Hello, my name is Davi Miranda Vance da Silva. I am in the SGD Capstone project, section 25 full, N886. Um, since my last report, I am pretty sure that the most that I had done was maybe one of these concept arts. I had done a couple of concept arts actually, and ever since then, I actually started to hand paint some animations for them. I resized them because the original size that I was working with was this right here. So after taking a look into some references, especially from Symphony of the Night, I took a look at their sprite sheet, and I've seen that the sizing wasn't very good for what I was going for, so I just decided to resize all my sprites and actually work on something related to this. I did base off some of the main poses off of these sprites, but only a few of them, only a few key poses. So this walk cycle over here, I actually had to work on it in the animation section of my my program over here, so you can see sort of it working out over here. One thing that I did notice was that even though in my concept art, this character would have supposedly an axe in one hand and a mace in the other. Um, yeah, so this is the original sprite. If I am to turn the character around, just for the sake of, okay, I would need to do double these slides and double the animations just depending on which side the character was facing. I said to just give them two axes because then it doesn't really matter. I can just flip the actual art around and it would still work out. So I hand drew these. That's what took the most of my time. After that, I did some programming over here. I sent it to Unity. I actually, um, from now on, I really wanted the main character to have been customizable. But other than that, I'm actually just going to, for the sake of time, I mean, I've noticed that this is our second to last update for this project, so I wouldn't even be able to do all the animations and things like that. Uh, so I'm just going to import other assets, visual assets at least. So we're gonna have to hand program most of the things, but oh well. Um, there are a few kinks that need to be worked out, like some things that don't really show up in the other software that I'm actually going to take a look into these next few days, and I need to refine the animations. So it's not like I'm gonna completely stop doing pixel art. I need to do a jumping animation because right now, as a placeholder, I use the heart sprite for my jumping animation. So, oh well, but I got some of the basics of gameplay down. Uh, and from now on, it's really just about so you can see the character can walk. Like I said, I used the heart animation for the jump animation just because I mean it's close enough, you know. So I figured that the walk cycle works pretty well for what I was doing. I actually have all the controls right where I want them. I have one of the head animations going on. I need to do a combo system so that I can actually activate both of them. And I actually have the jump button also right where I want it. So the attack button would be C, the jump button would be X, and yes, I want the Z to be a use item kind of button. So oh well. So figure out how to hit my enemies, and once they're hit, they just stay down. You can actually pass through them. So yes, from now on, I already have a bunch of imports for this project. If you take a look over here, I actually have a few different monsters. They all have their own sprites and they're all ready for animating. Um, so I'm actually going to take a look into it and try to credit everybody that whose assets I'm using for this project. So you see there's even a license. Okay. So there we go. There's a bunch of different sprites over here for me to use. There's also some environment assets. This one, for example, it's actually based off of Castlevania itself. Let me see if I can actually see my assets. So there we go. Where is the one? Classic Legacy Pack. So technically, I have all of these tiles available just for me to assemble them. All it's gonna take is really just piecing these together like Legos or something. So, um, all these asset packs I've downloaded. So really, from now on, since I got the player controllers mostly working, it's really just gonna be the use item function now. Um, yeah, from now on, should just be putting all of this together. Not too long left, and there we go.